hey, everybody. Happy freaking Wednesday. Happy Feminine Embodiment Masterclass Day. I'm so insanely excited and ready to be here with you tonight. Hello, welcome. I'm going to give everyone a couple seconds to hop on before I dive into tonight's topic. Trish, welcome. Let me know that you guys can hear me okay. Adria, so good to see you. Hello. This is going to be so much fun tonight. Hello, everyone. Please say hello as you are hopping on. Faith is here. Welcome, Faith. Welcome. Please say hello below. I would love to be able to talk with you guys, chat with you, converse with you. This sun, too. I have my blinds closed, but for some reason it's still so bright. Hello, Michelle and Leah. So many of my favorite people. Hello, all of you. I just love you all so much. Hello, Emily. Hi. Oh my God, I'm so excited. You guys, I have so many downloads coming through for tonight's class, and I'm like, it was funny because I was like, I could create a whole program on this. And I was like, well, I created the Activate Mastermind, which is deep diving into the work we're going to talk about tonight. But I'm like, fuck, I could talk about this for days on end. So it's going to be fun tonight. We're going to have a good time. Hello, Erica. Katie, welcome. Hello. How are you guys? How are you feeling? How's your Wednesday? How's your day? How is everything going? How are you feeling? Who's excited about this topic? Who's nervous about this topic? Who's like, what the hell is this even? But I'm ready for it. Let me know below. Let me know how you're feeling about everything. Yay! I recognize Tiffany's bubble. Hello, Tiffany. Taylor! Alexis! Hello! Yay! Oh my goodness. Hi, guys. I just want to start by saying it is an honor. An absolute honor that you guys are taking times away from your families, out of your night to be here with me tonight as I share on one of my favorite topics ever that I want to get into the home and the heart of every single woman in America, in the freaking world, in infinity, like all the places, all the things. Like I want every single woman to be able to learn what we're going to talk about tonight. So I'm so honored that you are here. Thank you for being here. It means the absolute world to me. I have some stay on till the end. I have something special for you guys at the end that I will not be posting or talking about anywhere else except for this masterclass. It is exclusively for you guys and honoring you for being here tonight. It's kind of like a fun little gift surprise bonus thingy at the end. So stay tuned for that. Bridget, welcome. So good to see you here. Hello, Angela. Long time no see. Hello. We were just on a call. I love it. Hello, Sarah. Welcome. Morgan is here. Yay. Oh my gosh, I love it. Erica and Taylor, you guys know each other from the event. I love it. Leah, I know how much I'll get out of this time. You are the real deal, girl. Thank you so much. That means literally means the absolute world to me. I wanted to do this. I just wanted to do something fun. And I was like, I really love this topic. And I talk about sex a lot. And I'm like, let's talk about feminine embodiment. Like, let's kind of shake things up a little bit. It's kind of like a buzzword, I feel like, floating around. And I want to get into like the meat and potatoes of what it really is, why it's the missing link, why it's important, how to access it, the potency of it, what it even looks like, why it's important, all of that kind of stuff. So again, make sure to watch all the way through. I've got something special for you guys at the end. And as we're waiting for everyone else to hop on here, so we'll go ahead and get started and honor your guys' time for being on time tonight. Ground into this space. Thank you for being here. I love you. I see you. You are held. You are supported. You are seen here, and you matter here. And I truly hope that you know that. The 14 of you that are here, anyone and anyone's soul who is watching the replay, just know that even if you're not live on these things, if you're watching the replay, you're going to get exactly what you need from tonight. Set the intention within your soul, right? Hands on your womb, take some deep breaths and set an intention. What do you want to walk away with tonight? What is it that you're wanting to get out of tonight? What are you open to learning about tonight, right? And start to just open your eyes and open your mind and open your soul and your heart to what's here for you tonight. Some of this you may have heard of before, right? But it's not about, okay, I've read it. It's the repetition of like, now let's integrate it, let's embody it, let's move through it. And it really is in hearing things exactly when our soul needs to hear it, where it's able to sink in and hit, where it sticks and where there's actually shift starting to happen. right? So be open to whatever you hear tonight and feel free to take what you want, leave the rest, take what resonates, leave the rest. You could watch this 15,000 times and you're going to get something different every time because your soul knows what it needs. And even if you're not live right now and you're watching the replay, your soul is here while we're recording this live, which means I'm being channeled through for you specifically tonight. I promise each and every single one of you is going to walk away with something powerful. And it's such an honor to guide you through this work and such an honor to hold space for you through this work. So I love you guys so much. Thank you for being here. So before we go ahead into our pleasure first and get into our bodies, I want to make sure you guys know that tonight's message and masterclass and work is just the tip of the iceberg. Again, I could talk about this shit for like days on end. We have so many places, nooks and crannies we can go. There's so much personalization that is needed within feminine embodiment work. So once we know what it is, why it matters, why it's potent, why it's powerful, what to do with it, how to access it, all of these pieces that we're going to talk about tonight, the personalization, the customization comes in how you integrate and embody next. It's not just from the consumption sitting on the front of our brain. It's in us taking action so that our memory in the back of our brain actually starts to shift. And that's where we operate 95% of the time from our subconscious brain. So it's like all the shit that's going on that we're not even thinking about. The conscious, where you're consuming this right now, and I would highly recommend putting everything else away if you can and totally being focused and present here. But just notice what happens next. Like, be mindful tonight. What action step are you taking next? And know that Activate the Mastermind is the next step that I created for this specific work to continue forward without having to go all in on one-on-one work. It's potent, it's small group work, it's massive and profound transformation, right? So tonight's the tip of the iceberg. It's just a little glimpse. It's like little pieces of the puzzle of the greater picture, but fully diving into this work and getting the personalized one-on-one attention and the small group mastermind style. There will be no more than 7 people. That's where the true magic happens. We can go into your specific pain points, your struggles, your stories, your pieces, your shadows, your things, and we're able to fully put all of our focus and attention and energy behind that, and that's where the magic happens. So we do have some spots left for that. Stay tuned for the end for something special that no one else is going to get access to. And if you're just here to consume and have it sit on the front of your brain, that's not the kind of work I'm super into. So, I mean, you're welcome to stay on, but at least figure out one thing you can take away to actually go implement in your life, even if for you, because there's only 6 spots left in the mastermind. So just know that not every single one of you could join even if you wanted to, even though I love you. And I'm so here for that. I'm here to work with you on this. But take away something and trust your soul. If it's guiding you to this work as we dive in tonight, know that you're going to know if this is for you, right? It's absolutely transformational, but we have to actually go out and do it. It's one thing to consume. It's another thing to embody and integrate. Are you with me? You with me? Cool. Awesome. So excited to have your downloads in my ears today. I love that. Tiffany got kicked off. I didn't kick you off. I don't know what happened there. Repetition is key. Yes. Welcome, Sarah. Hello. Hello, hello. Danielle is here and Heather is here. Welcome, welcome. So happy you guys are all here. The sun and the angels are here. Okay. So everyone go ahead and just let everything go. We're going to close our eyes here for a second. We're just going to do a couple minutes of some breathing. It's called Pleasure First. It's something that I've learned in my sex coaching certification and something that I do in my masterminds and my group programs to really just anchor into the moment before we dive into the deep work tonight. It's night. It's like past dinner time. We're ready to go to bed. So we're just going to take some deep breaths here in this space. I want you to sit tall, feel your butt in the seat, or maybe you're laying down, maybe you're standing, and maybe you could just take a couple minutes here to breathe. Feeling the roots from either your bum or your feet or your back grounded into the couch or the chair or the floor. We're just going to begin to breathe deeply. Sitting straight, your spine is tall, your shoulders are down, and begin to breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. And really force that exhale. Notice anything that is no longer serving you, to just leave your body as you continue to exhale, breathing in the light, the wisdom, the power, the energy, the vitality, the abundance that is available to you, and breathing out anything of which is no longer serving you from today. Maybe it's stresses or overwhelm, anxiety, judgments, fears, long to-do lists that never get done, tension. Maybe you feel tension in your shoulders or your neck. Kind of move around your body and really pay attention to what your body's telling you. Our bodies don't lie, you guys. Our bodies are so freaking intelligent, and they're always speaking to us. So just starting to drop into your body through your breath, bringing awareness to your senses. What are you smelling? What are you tasting? What do you feel? What do you hear? Grounding into this moment. As you breathe in, breathing in total gratitude of this moment, of us getting to come together tonight, of all the information and the work that is going to be channeled through tonight. Asking that my healing team, asking that God Source Creator is here, my angels are here, and we are here in this potent, magical container. Only that of the highest light is available and allowed here tonight. Filling this container with so much love, feeling the radiance, feeling the light, feeling the healing, feeling the love. Yes, there's going to be some deep work tonight. There's going to be some heavy shit, and that is necessary in feminine embodiment work. But you are so loved and so valued and so held and so appreciated and so seen here tonight. Taking in one final deep breath, letting it out. Bringing awareness to your fingers and to your toes, wiggling them a little bit and opening your eyes when you're ready. I always end up like being faced a different way every time I do something like that. How are you guys feeling? Check in with your body. Check in with your body. Body realization, body sensation, what's coming through for you? How do you feel? It's so important when we're doing this work that you're starting to become aware of. We go so often through our day without even thinking about how we're feeling, right? And we just are like, go, 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 and busy, 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 and next, 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 and living out and living up in our heads, that it's important to drop into your body and get into body realization. It's something I do after I meditate, after I do breath work, and I'm just like, okay, where am I feeling this? Where am I feeling tension or tightness? Where am I feeling release? Am I feeling lighter? Am I feeling tired? If you're feeling tired after that, be mindful. Be mindful. Is your body trying to check you out so that you don't get the love and light that is necessary and available for you tonight? Emily, thank you for holding honest space. I felt so much buzzing and expansion in my heart. I love that. That makes me so happy. I love that. Erica says chilled out. Perfect. Okay. So let's dive into feminine embodiment work, right? What the hell is it? What is it? It is manifesting in the physical form. Right? It is the feminine energy manifested in the physical realm. We are all souls. We are energy, right? But we are having a human experience in a physical body. Now, we could go into the whole idea that it's all an illusion, but we're not going to do that tonight because that's a whole other topic for another time. But we're in a physical body. We're having a human experience. So the feminine essence, the feminine energy, which we're going to talk about, embodied in human form. It's represented and expressed and personified in the female energy, wholeness, and power in the physical realm. Right? Like, you're like, okay, still don't fully understand. What the hell? It's a harmony and a balance and a flow between the mind, body, spirit, soul. Right? So it's one thing. That's why this work is so important to continue far after this with so much action and so much embodiment, is because it's one thing to listen to the podcast or read a book or journal and like be in this very spiritual sense. It's another thing to then bring it into the physical realm, the physical sense, because yes, we are souls and our souls always know best and our souls are floating around on the astral all the time doing their shit. But we are having a human experience. Your soul chose to be in a human body in this lifetime. Okay? So how powerful is that? You chose this. How empowering is that to realize that, okay, so now it's finding a harmony, not a 50-50 balance, but a harmony and a flow between our mind, body, spirit, soul. It's an inhabiting of what's going on in your body. You're owning it. You're in ownership of it. You're responsible for it. You're like, here I am. Here's what I'm feeling. Here's what my body is saying. Here's what my body is telling me. And I'm going to listen, and I'm going to be tuned in, and I'm going to be aware of it. Embodiment, right? It's taking the things that you're learning, what resonates with your soul, kind of putting it through your own filter and saying, okay, I'm embodying this. I'm integrating this in the physical form. Welcome, Katie. Hello, hello. So some words that I like to kind of combine with feminine embodiment of like, okay, well, what is this? What does this look like then? It's manifested in the physical form. Cool. But it's our aliveness. It's radiance. It's orgasmic. It's brilliance. It's us turned all the way on, and not just turned on and like drippy wet, like ready to fuck at any given second, although that can be beautiful feminine embodiment as well. But it really is this turned onness of this aliveness and this wholeness and this lit up from within, right? You meet these women and you're like, there's just something about her. There's just something when she walks into a room, it's like all heads turn. Or when you're on her live video and you're like, oh my God, she's just lit up. There's something, it's not the highlight that she's wearing. It's not the lighting that she necessarily has. It's an inner radiance that comes through. It's a magic exuded from her being, right? You experience deep intimacy and sensitivity. You're lit up from within, exuding this radiance, having deep, deep trust and wisdom in yourself. Without explanation, you have wisdom, knowing this inner trust of like, I don't even need to overthink it. I don't even need to run it by anybody. I don't even need to make a pro-cons list. I just know. There's just something about it, right? A woman's intuition. We always call it like the mother's intuition, but it's so much more than that. A woman has deep, deep inner trust and knowing. And when you're embodied in your feminine, you trust it. You don't go into, oh, well, I'm masculine. I need to think about it. I need the logic. I need the reasoning. I need the explanation. You're just like, I trust, I know, right? A woman who is embodying her feminine, she's in her flow. She has this inner sense of worth and light that is felt. It's not an external validation of her worth. She knows she's worthy. She knows that she's powerful. She walks into a room, doesn't matter what she's wearing, but it's just like she's felt, she's experienced. Her confidence is coming from inside versus outside. She can be beautiful. She can wear the lashes. She can look incredible on the physical, right? But it's this inner confidence that shines through. So even on the days where she's not in her lashes, there's still something about her that you're like, damn, there's just something about her, right? We all know women like this. She knows she is sacred. She knows that she is divinity in form. She has God within her. God, source, creator, angels, universe. You pick your poison, whatever. But she knows, like for me, it's God, source, creator. I know that I am divinity in form. I know that I am connected on such a higher, deeper level than actually makes sense in the logical. She's soft and she's calm while also being strong and fierce and bold. I like to think of it as like this confident calm, like almost like the ocean. The ocean can be really calm, right? But it doesn't mean it's like falling over submissive. Like it is still powerful. And then all of a sudden it turns into like rapid waves, right? Or today I saw it, and feminine embodiment is so beautifully shown through Mother Nature, right? Where it was sunny. I was walking my dog this morning. It's sunny. It's beautiful. The leaves are green. Everything's perfect. And then all of a sudden I was on my call with my coach, and it's pitch black outside. Like 3 hours later, pitch black outside at 12 o'clock. And it's a torrential downpouring, and like the wind is so crazy. The trees are sideways. The rain is sideways. Like everything is just crazy, right? So it's this boldness and this fierceness of the storm, but it's also the softness and the calm and the joy and the magic of the sun, right? The weather beautifully portrays feminine embodiment. Sovereignty, high vibration, not always love, light, unicorns, rainbows, butterflies, like positive vibes only, good vibes only. If you followed me for any time, you know that I think that that's absolute bullshit. That true feminine embodiment, she owns her feelings. She allows her feelings. She is in her feelings, and she doesn't apologize for it. I can be joyous. I can be excited. I can be all the high vibe, but I can also have days where I'm angry. and I'm frustrated and I'm pissed off and I'm hurt. And those are technically lower vibe, but in my feminine embodiment, I'm in awareness and knowing of all of my emotions and allowing them so that I can move them and work through them and use them as healing opportunities. I'm open to them. I don't judge my feelings, right? Connected to your body, connected to your sexuality, connected to your senses, living life as a sensual being, feminine embodiment, experiencing pleasure in your everyday, right? Turned on by pleasure, drawn to pleasure, creating pleasure, experiencing pleasure, receiving pleasure, feminine embodiment. Feeling fully, allowing it all, like I said, magnetic. There's just this fullness to a woman who's embodied in her feminine. There's a fullness to her. There's a wholeness. There's the light and the dark, and she honors them both. There's the good and the bad, and she honors them both. There's the light and there's the shadow, and she honors them both. She's in full ownership of it. Are you guys with me? Can you guys think of anyone that exudes this that you can think of? Yes. Okay, good. Perfect. Haha, all the feelings are valid and real, Erica said. Totally. Michelle says, needed this literally today. I love you, and I'm so happy that you're here. That is so perfect. Emily, real vibes only. Yes, peace. I'm like, good vibes only. I'm like, I get that it's like meant to be good. And I literally think I would have posts that pop up on Time Hop that say that. But the deeper I go into the feminine embodiment work, I'm like, oh, we actually have all the emotions because we're humans having a human experience. Like, we need to allow it all. So, like I said at the beginning, you know a woman who is embodying her feminine by the energy and the presence that you feel when you're with her. We all kind of have this energy bubble, right, around us, and it's attracting or it's repelling, always. Not by what we're doing. How many times have you done the whole post 8 times a day thing, and you're saying all the right things, and you're following the marketing strategy, and you've got all your copy perfect, and you're doing all the things, and you're checking all the boxes, and no one is still signing up? Hi, totally been there. Feel you, because it's not in what you do, it's who you are that attracts. So when you're in your embodiment of your feminine energy, you know, you trust. I'm always in such freaking trust, and that's why I have a coach to remind me on the days I'm not in trust, but I'm in trust of like it's all happening exactly as it's meant to. If this is happening for me, then why am I afraid? Why am I freaking out? Why am I nervous? Why am I in fear? Why am I overdoing and overworking and overproving instead of being in trust and surrender, of taking aligned action? Yes, posting when I feel inspired, showing up and doing a masterclass because I'm feeling it literally coming from my veins of like, this needs to get to the world. But then there's also this piece of like, trust and chill. It's good. Right? Because I'm attracting based on who I am and the energy of which is overflowing versus I should do this or I have to do this or, and then it's like people feel that energy, right? There's just something about a woman embodied in her feminine that you just can't explain. You just can't put your finger on it. You're like, does she eat all the kale? What yoga class is she going to? What makeup is she wearing? What's her highlighter? I want that, but it can't be explained. It's an inner thing, right? So when you see these women and you're drawn to them, right? The beautiful magic of it is that it's mirroring to you something that is within you. You are a feminine being. And yes, we have masculine too. Here's the thing. Feminine, masculine, nothing to do with gender, okay? Nothing. Just a little side note, nothing to do with gender. We all have, every single gender ever has a masculine and a feminine energy. 150%. I'm not talking about the masculine tonight. Although feminine embodiment does have the woven harmony of masculine energy in her, that would be like a whole other conversation for another time. Tonight is all about the feminine essence. That's what we're diving into, okay? But there is a harmony of feminine and masculine in order to be a feminine embodied human, right? But the beautiful thing is that you have this ability. You have this light to turn on. You have this magic. Every single one of you. You don't have to buy it. You don't have to barter it. You don't have to steal it from someone. You don't have to dim somebody else in order to put yourself up. You have it. You're perfect and you're whole and you're complete exactly as you are right in this very moment. It's just that we have to turn it back on. somewhere along the way, whether it's previous lifetimes or generations that's woven in, or your childhood or conditioning by society and by the media and by things, right? Whatever was modeled for you, it's turned your inner radiance off. Our sexuality, our sensuality, it's been like forbidden. It's been taboo forever until now. And even in other countries still, it's very forbidden. So what's happening is that we realize that we have these pieces within us, but there's just like icebergs around them. And we just need to kind of give them attention and healing and love and create truth, figure out what's actually true and what's actually happening under there. And we'll start to melt the icebergs and you'll get back to the core of who you are. Feminine essence embodied, a sensual, erotic, sexual being. Every single one of us. We have it. We are perfect and complete just as you are. It's about reclaiming and reawakening, reigniting, rediscovering these pieces of you, these beautiful, beautiful pieces of you. And it takes courage and it takes dedication. This work is not easy. This is work I do with clients for years on end. I do work for a long time. I'm still going through my own feminine embodiment experience. I've been on this for a good solid year now. Definitely more in my personal growth journey, but fully in the feminine embodiment for the past over a year. And I'm still in it. I still had a moment with my coach this morning where I'm like, oh shit, this is why everything is happening in my life right now like this, because I'm about to teach this and I have to go back through it to be in integrity with what I teach, because I don't teach from a book that I read. I don't teach from something I heard one time and then I'm teaching it. I teach based on what's channeled through me from something so much greater, someone so much greater than me, but also based on what I've embodied and what I've integrated. It's bullshit to just read it out of a book and say it. It's not the information like, oh, here's all my information. It's here's what's coming through me and here's what I've actually implemented in my life. Therefore, I can speak about my own experience with it, right? Does that make sense? So this work is intense and it's deep and it's heavy and it's dark sometimes, but as feminine embodiment, we honor the darkness as well. We absolutely do. It's also really fucking fun work. That's going to change every area of your life. I promise you that. So I freaking love it. I get really excited about it, but it's not for the faint of heart. It takes courage and dedication and commitment. Hello, Ashley. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. Erica, the more we push, the more the thing will push back. Totally. Absolutely. The more we push, the more the thing will push back. And that's, I mean, it's so true. Like, and what we focus on expands and what we resist persists. Like there's so many sayings out there like that. So, okay, so the empowered versus disempowered feminine, okay? So I want to talk, like I said, not really diving into the masculine tonight. That's a whole nother thing. But the feminine is the being, who I'm being, in contrast to the masculine doing. What am I doing? So that whole thing, and yeah, it's a Melanie thing. You attract who you are, not what you do. But it's a universal lesson that she said beautifully in those words, but it really is like the feminine is in the being, the masculine is in the doing. Their contrast, their polarity, right? And so in our feminine embodiment, it's in who we're being, not what we're doing. That's attracting or repelling. That's creating what we have around us, right? As women, we're the magic, we're the muse, we're the inspiration. Think about every single story you've ever heard ever, like fairy tales, like men are slaying dragons for the female. And, we've got the sirens that are on the shoreline and they're like, ah, and they're singing and they're calling the sailors in and then they eat them. So don't do that. Very disempowered manipulation, which we're going to talk about. But like we are the magic. Right? You can walk into a room and have every man fall on his knees. Like it is such powerful, potent work. I was reading an article and this man said, or this woman, was it a man or a woman? I need to find the exact article to be able to credit it. So I apologize. I can put that in the comments. But they said, women are undoubtedly magical beings who pulsate with the heartbeat of creation. Let that sink in. Women are undoubtedly magical beings who pulsate with the heartbeat of creation. We have so much magic within us. We can create anything. Anything. Literally, we are the magic. We receive, like if you have sex, even two women or a man and a woman, right? It's like they plug in and take energy from us, and we can take energy from them too, okay? But it's like this, we have this life force energy, this creative energy. We create the human, or you can create ideas, attraction, you can create things, you can create abundance, right? Same things, create ideas, create books, whatever it is. But we create, and they can actually take our energy and create in their own lives because of how they're experiencing life through us. What? There's actually a thing called sex magic, which I talk about, where men will seduce women, and they're doing this on purpose, and they will literally have sex with them just to like suck the sexual energy out of them, because women have such a potent sexual energy because we create the life, right? And they pull it out, and then they go create more success in business, and they create more money, and they create the things. It's called sex magic. They know what they're doing, and it's disgusting. So be mindful, if you are not in a relationship and you sleep with other humans, totally cool, totally here for it, celebrating you being sexually liberated. Just be mindful of boundaries energetically, because sex is an energetic exchange, no matter who it's with. So does it leave you feeling filled up and excited and lit up and re-energized, or is it leaving you feeling depleted and drained and taken advantage of? Two very different things, right? Does that make sense? Just be mindful. They eat them. Yeah, don't do that. So very, very, very important, okay? So the traits of the empowered feminine. I'm going to race through these because I have so much I could talk about tonight, and we're already 30 minutes in. So limitless creativity and creative energy. It's limitless. There's so much of it. The potentiality as a woman in her embodied feminine is insane. So much creativity. Strong as fuck intuition and inner knowing and feeling. We crave community and we crave collaboration. We're soft and gentle while also being bold and fierce, kind of like I was talking about with the storms and the sun. Empathy and grace and compassionate. Nurturing, a soft place to land. We don't take anybody's shit. We set solid boundaries and we stand up for ourselves. Also feminine. It's not, like I said, just like falling over and being like, oh, woe is me. It's not that. That's very disempowered, which we're going to talk about. We don't take anybody's shit. Think of a queen. Think of like her very, like her arms and her shoulders are back, and she's like, I don't take anybody's shit. Think of Beyonce. Think of friggin' Kim K. Okay? They are like, no, not taking anybody's shit. Think of that Homecoming movie or whatever that was on Netflix. Oh my God, that was so good. Sovereign and in our power, passionate, lit up, turned on, alive, tuned into our senses and experiencing life from that space. We're so freaking present and aware and tapped in. What am I seeing? What am I smelling? What am I tasting? What am I hearing? Right? Super freaking powerful. Abundant and overflowing. Highly receptive in all areas of life. I'm receiving orgasms. I'm receiving money. I'm receiving clients. I'm receiving gifts. I'm receiving compliments. Like I am going outside, and as my energy healer would say, letting the universe fuck me. Letting the universe penetrate me and receiving fully all of the blessings and goodness that is available to us. In our flow, trust, faith, and surrender. Not taking aligned action, because we do that too, but we're so in trust and faith about it. I don't have to fear. I don't have to stress about it. Like I just know, right? We act from a place of alignment and deep trust. We're sexual and erotic and sensual and confident. We're comfortable, and we are not afraid of both the light and the dark, the empowered and the disempowered, the real deep shit. We don't back away from a challenge. We're here for it. We're open to it. We embody all of it. We embody the sun. We embody the storm. We're the calm waves. We're the fierce waves. We allow whatever's trying to come through. I already said that part. Unconditional love. Unconditional love. Experience pleasure through every cell of our being. So much pleasure in everything. Like you could have an orgasm without even being touched. Has anyone ever had a non-genital orgasm? Oh, I'm gonna tell you. That shit is crazy. I also like the genital ones too. I'm not gonna rule those out. But like being able to literally have an orgasm from something that you taste, or from something that you smell, or from something that you experience, an energy, a vibe, being in a room of people and feeling that energy course through your veins. Right? that is crazy, and it's so good. Tapped in and tuned in, flexible, flows with the change. We're not firm. If there's an obstacle or if there's a rock in the stream, the feminine, she's going to flow through. She's going to flow through. She's going to find another way. She's not going to let the obstacle stop her. She's in deep trust and guidance of her soul, and she's just going to figure out a way to go around the obstacle, or she's going to change direction. She's going to go this way. She's not like a very firm, strong rock where it's like, I can't be moved. She flows and is flexible and changes. Surrenders to divine guidance. She knows that she is divinity in form, and she lives from that space. How does that sound? Hello, Dakota and Alexa and Shannon. Yay. Hello, guys. Beyonce, Erica Jinx, you owe me a soda. I love it. The universe is my pimp. That's why it's called Mother Nature, not Father Nature. It's so true. And here's the thing. I do think that there's something sad and not totally in alignment. This is my personal opinion. Take it or leave it. Of the feminist movement, because it's not coming from a space of anger and rage towards the patriarchy. It's coming from a space of compassion and grace for all of humanity, realizing that, yes, like absolutely, there are some dark, dark, dark men out there. There are also dark women out there. It's not a gender thing. It's not an energy thing. It really is about grace and love and compassion for the entire human race, and just wanting more love and more empowerment for all. The rise of the divine feminine and feminine embodiment, can be the rise of the divine masculine as well. We can co-create and co-rule. A king and a queen rule together. It's not who's better than the other. It's not put one down to get ahead. It's that we co-create and co-rule. I love my husband. I love myself, and I'm independent, and I am strong, and I am fierce, and I can get anything done, even when the car breaks down and I want to just curl into a ball and cry. But I also love the co-creation and the co-rule and the harmony of his energy and my energy and our magic together. Okay? It doesn't come from this like anger and rage, death to him. It's from truly like we get to rule divinely together. Right? Hello, Allie. Welcome, welcome. Agreed. We need both energy flows. Totally. Okay. So traits of the disempowered feminine. Now, the shadows and the disempowered, whether you believe in lifetimes and like past lifetimes, or you believe in like generational or like a mix of both. I know when I talk lifetimes, it can trigger some people. It used to trigger me until I really dove into this work. But the past lifetimes, think about what's happened to you in past lifetimes. If you have a soul and you go into different lifetimes and you're in different bodies, think of all the things that have happened. For me, I've learned I've been burned at the stake. The reason I'm terrified of having children is because I was a midwife in many past lives, and I saw a lot of shit, and I don't want to face that in this lifetime, because I'm like, I've seen enough of that. So I'm moving through that. Being hung, being betrayed, being abandoned, right? Having really, really, really intense shit happen in past lifetimes, that leaves imprints on you that you can become aware to and start to heal and start to show love to, right? They're parts of you. It's not your identity and who you are. It's parts that need healing and attention and love. Absolutely, which is like a whole other call for another time. But it can also be generational. Think of the generations woven into your DNA ancestrally, right? Literally generational work of women who are silenced, women who are destroyed or banished. We as women, we're all connected. And we are healing on a collective level. My healing ignites healing for my kids, for my nieces, for the humans around me. Yours is doing it for your children and your mom and your grandma and all of the things, all of the people. It's when we have kids then and they go into their life and we're far gone and we're leaving a legacy and an impact based on the healing we've done. This shit is generational. It's healing as a collective. We're holding all of it in our body, in our emotions, in our energy, in our spirituality sense, right? All of the realms, and it's starting to heal it and get in touch with it and get in tune with it and not be afraid of it, but see it for what it really is. Take it out, see it, illuminate it, pierce it, work with a coach or do whatever your jam is, and really figure out what's going on here. What's the deeper meaning of this? It's being present and aware of these shadows and these traits of the disempowered feminine and not judging ourselves for it. It's not going to do anyone good. It's not going to get you any farther along to judge it. It's looking at it. It's being aware of it, being in tune with it, illuminating it and saying, okay, I'm taking ownership of some of this is mine, yes, and seeing where I've maybe created this in my life, but also knowing this shit is generational. This is shit I've been carrying for lifetimes. What am I going to do with it? What is the healing opportunity available for me? And giving it so much compassion and grace and love as you heal from it. Right? Claire, hello, long time no see. The collective needs to know and understand the reality of past lives, so keep sharing and keep triggering, LOL. Yeah, absolutely. P.S. Love to your kitty in the background. Oh yeah, this is my puppy right here. The kitties are out in, well, there's one kitty there and there's another kitty out there, but all right, traits of the disempowered feminine. And P.S. if you guys have any questions, please post those. I'm going to get to those at the end as well. Okay, let's fly through these traits of the disempowered. There's literally a million, but these are like the biggest ones that came through when I was prepping for today. Unworthiness and doubt, inner emptiness that nothing can seem to fill, wanting to numb out and like turn our emotions off and like, la, 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 la. I'm not feeling them. We were just talking about this in my Embody group. You can use sex, drugs, alcohol, food, anything that's kind of numbing you out. Netflix, manipulation and seduction in a manipulative way. Seduction can also be a spiritual practice. Our sexiness and our desirability and like our vibe about us can be really powerful. But if it's in terms of control and manipulation, that can be very disempowered. Codependency, placing the blame on other people, not taking ownership ourselves, playing victim, being obsessed with outer beauty, catch me what I'm saying, but ignores the inner work. It's still not enough. I look the part, but something still feels like it's missing. You can have outer beauty. I have lashes on right now. I am all about getting my hair done. I normally have my nails done, but they needed a break for a second. I feel so weird. I'm like talking like this. But it's the piece of the inner work that we forget. Like, well, once I lose the weight, then I'll be happy. Once I make the money, then I'll feel successful. Once I have the thing, or once I have the man, then I'll feel worthy, then I'll feel loved, then I'll feel beautiful, XYZ, name your poison, right? Be very, very mindful of that. I'm all about the outer beauty too, but I do not ignore my inner work. Because again, like we talked about in the beginning, it's all exuding from within. Yes. Competition and comparison. Who gets caught in comparison spirals? Hi. Guilt and shame, deep, deep, deep shame. Smothering, overwhelming, overgiving, people-pleasing, neediness. I used to be a smotherer. I've had so many of these. So please, like, if any of this is resonating with you, feel free to comment. Like, I'm so here to hold space for you as you move through this. And awareness and illumination is the first step. Superficial relationships, spacey and flighty. Being like, all in the clouds, nothing else matters. Like there's zero groundedness to it. It's just all up in the clouds, spacey, flighty. Fear and anxiety. Fear and anxiety are huge. I can almost guarantee every single one of us can relate to that. Martyrdom. Literally like sacrificing myself, like the inner prostitute, which I did struggle with for a while. That was one of the first archetypes I ever worked with my coach on, was the inner prostitute, of like sacrificing myself and overgiving and, you know, sacrificing my own values in order to make sure that other people were taken care of, right? Inability to receive, and I don't need anybody. I'm a strong, independent, and I don't need anybody. Now, here's the thing. I don't need anybody, yes, but I see the harmony of relationship, not even an intimate partner, but even like friendships, like letting people in. Really powerful. I talked about that. Rescuer, trying to rescue everybody or save everyone, that savior complex, right? I just need to take care of everybody else. I don't have time to take care of me, but I got to overgive and overserve and prove myself. Drama queen, rage and outbursts from not feeling fully. It's like when we stuff everything inside and then one day it's like something slips or something triggers us and it's explosion, right? The rage and the outburst. Now, I honor all the feelings. If there's a day where I'm feeling intense rage or anger, I'm going to feel it fully and like punch the shit out of a pillow or go beat a beanbag or whatever you got to do, or go do ecstatic dance like my coach was talking about today, whatever it is for you, but like feel it fully so you're not stuffing it down and then one day it explodes. That's where the disempowerment comes. And emasculating your partner. right? How many times I've been in my disempowered feminine many times, and really disempowered masculine as well then, and going in and basically emasculating my partner versus being in my strong feminine embodiment, in my feminine essence. And I'm like, here I am, sovereign and whole and powerful, and I'm able to complement him, right? He was moving like a cat. Oh my God, yeah. My dog is basically a cat and my cats are basically dogs, if we're being honest. Hello, Jessica. Hello. Yay, yay, yay. We've all done it. I've had and have so many of these, Angela said. Thank you for your honesty. Absolutely. Erica, you too. Oh yeah, I hear that. The sacrifice. Absolutely. Hello, Lacey. Welcome. And welcome, Brittany. So good to have both of you here. So some examples of this kind of lived out. I was riffing on like, okay, so we've got all the traits, we've got all the pieces. And before I go into, okay, how and like, why is this important? Examples of this lived out, just some things that kind of came to me. Rising to the top, but throwing others under the bus to get there. Wounded feminine, disempowered feminine. Copying and ripping off someone else's work. Wounded feminine, right? Sirens, seducing the men and then eating them. Manipulation to get what you want. Comparison in the fact of silencing or dimming yourself because you're focused on someone else. I know for me, something I struggled with for a long time was like, well, if I'm successful, other people are going to be hurt, because that's a pattern that I saw in my life. But I realized like there was a mirror there and I had some shadows and I had to work through that. But that was something I did where I would compare myself and I would dim myself so that others could shine. Foregoing how you feel to make sure that others' feelings are taken care of, and sacrificing your own values to please other people and meet them where they're at, right? I've done this before with clients even. This is something I literally had to let go of so many clients because I had created, I take full responsibility for this in the beginning of my coaching of like codependency. I created codependency because it felt good for me to be needed. I love the feeling of being needed, but that was something I had to heal because that's so disempowering, not only for myself because I'm seeking external validation, but it was also disempowering for them because then they always needed me versus me empowering my clients, which is what I do now, which I'm so grateful for, of them then getting to go out and do their best life and do the things and create the success and have what they want even when our work is done. I don't want you to need me forever at all. Yes, it felt good in the physical, but it was very disempowered on my part. I had a lot of work to do around that. So like trying to reach down and rescue your clients or save them from something versus standing in your sovereignty and being like, I'm holding so much space for you right here. Rise to meet me, right? What can I control? The control and manipulation, body obsession, this can come through. Feeling shame around our sexuality and our bodies and our desires. Feeling guilt about maybe letting someone down and therefore sacrificing what it is that we want for ourselves. Being exiled from a tribe. Has anyone ever had that happen? When I left network marketing, I felt completely exiled, completely like abandoned. And I felt like so much guilt for leaving versus trusting my soul and being empowered and doing what I felt called to do. I still did it, but I had a lot of resentment and a lot of anger I had to work through. Fear of abandonment. What if this person takes advantage of me, right? And then here's a big one that I see come through, fear of investing. Fear of investing, this comes through. It's because you're in the fear then of not making more money, or you're in a fear of losing the money that you're spending even when you feel called to something. Now, wealth care, like one of my mentors teaches, wealth care is like, okay, mindfulness. Is this for me? Yes or no? Is this something I feel called to? Yes or no? There are plenty of things that I'm like, oh, I would love that. But then I'm like, I don't need that right now. I have like all these other pieces and like maybe one day. And that's a soul gut reaction for me. But there's other times where I'm like, I want that so bad. And I feel like I'm so called to that. I'm so called to that. But what if I'm going to lose the money? I got to pay how much? I'm gonna lose that. Or I'll like budget it in and then I'm like, well, I'm only ever gonna make this much money, or this is all that's possible for me, so I must only spend based on what I see here, right? Versus being in my power and my abundance and saying limitlessness is available to me. I can create anything that I want in my feminine, right? So just being mindful of that, because it's a lack of trust within your own self, a lack of trust within your power, within your knowing, within your wisdom. We all have intuition. We all have wisdom. We all have that soul reaction that you can call it your gut. I call it your womb, of like that womb inner knowing of just like, do this, go there, say yes to that, say no to that, right? Like we have this knowing. So are you making decisions in investing out of fear of like, or out of power of like, I'm in my power, I'm in my feminine embodiment, I feel called to this, therefore I'm going to make it happen, right? There's no judgment either way. It's just disempowered feminine and masculine to not trust your own source of creation, your own source of power, your own source of inner wisdom and knowing. That's all, right? Welcome, Stephanie, Brittany, Shauna. So many beautiful people. Okay, let's see. Leah says numbing for sure. Totally. Erica, codependency is a biatch, sneaky little bugger. Absolutely. Gives us the excuse to not take care of our own stuff. Right. And it feels good. Like, I'm not going to lie. When people needed me, I was like, this feels so good. Because like, I feel full, I'm giving. But what was happening was like, if they didn't need me, I was like, who am I? My identity and my sense of worth and value was in other people versus in me. How fucked up, right? Like, and there's no judgment there. That's just how it was for me. I had a lot of work to do around that. So just be mindful. Brittany, I'm at work and totally spaced on the start time. No worries. The replay will be available in this group until Sunday night. So you have time to rewatch it. Leah, I actually want to isolate. Now I actually want to isolate. Tell me more about that in the comments. Tell me more about that if you're open to sharing. Erica, that MLM is like that. Yeah, no, I mean, no judgment. I have so many friends who are still in it and I love them, but it's just being very, and it was my own perception. If I talked to them and I interviewed them, I can't imagine that they would say, yeah, we exiled her. But that was my perception of it. And that was a lot of work I had to do, a fear of abandonment, which I can almost guarantee was in previous lifetimes where I was abandoned or I was exiled or I was hung for something that I did, you know, it just triggers things. Oh, this work is so intense. Angela, this is one of the biggest areas I struggle in. Share more about it in the comments if you're open to it. I'd love to dive into that. Erica, I'm from an alcoholic family, so I know the codependency thing. Oh my God, absolutely. Sending so much love to you. Perfect. Okay. So reminder, before we go into why it's important and how to activate it, reminder, activate mastermind. This is just the tip of the motherfucking iceberg. There's so much work to be done in this realm. It's deep, it's intense, but it's life-changing and it's magical and it's potent AF. And the work that we're going to do in the small group, it's me and 7 women in a private secret group getting to go into this work deeper. The work that I do is profound and massive. It is going to change every single area of your life. And there's so much personalization that I want to do with you here. There's so many stories I want to dive into, pieces I want to dive into, questions that I want to ask, space I want to hold as you navigate this. And that's what the Activate Mastermind is all about. Again, stay tuned till the end. I have something special for you guys that I'm not posting anywhere else. But that being said, the mastermind does start next week. So be mindful of that. Would love, 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 love to have you. Leah, instead of being abandoned, I'm feeling like I want to be alone and protect my energy from negative people around me. Okay, so this is beautiful. This is awareness of, okay, energy leaks, my energy bubble. I have leaks where there's negative people around me that are kind of draining my energy. That's really powerful. So notice, do I need to cut these people out of my life? Do I need to set stronger boundaries? Do I need to do things to kind of, if they're, say, family or something where you have to kind of put on this armor and like fill yourself up, but we teach people how to treat us and we allow others around us, right? So for me, I've had to say goodbye to a lot of friendships of people I adore on every level, people I have so much fun with, people that I have loved forever. But when my soul is like, nope, your energy is being leaked here, I have to cut things out, or I set solid boundaries to be able to move through that. How many people could you activate by showing up in your fullest light? So many. Protected and bright AF because their energy cannot affect you if you don't let it. I promise. Absolutely. Yeah, definitely. I mean, no one has access to our power unless we give it to them. 100% here for that. But I also think, and if it's people that you only see every now and again, so like, for example, I've had, bye, Erica. Thanks for being here. I've had like coworkers or employees or like friends I didn't see very often where I could just set stronger boundaries. And I was like, they don't affect me. I'm strong. I'm powerful. But then there's other times where, like, if it's a romantic partner or if it's like family that you see all the time, or if it's these things, it's like, you can be strong AF and no one has access to your power. I truly believe that. So I totally see what you're saying, Katie. But also it's like, it's an interesting thing, right? Because the people around us, we get to choose who is around us. And if you're choosing to have negative people around you, but you're powerful, I believe we are who we hang out with. Like, we are the sum of these people that we're hanging out with. And if I'm hanging out with people that are negative, it's very easy for me to, no matter how many personal development books I read or how strong I am, I will fall into that sometimes. But if I'm with people who are empowered and rising and successful and they have what I want, I naturally rise to meet them and they challenge me to grow. So I totally see both sides. I love that, though. It's such a great point. Thank you for sharing. Let's see. Erica, I know that feeling, but you can't hide forever. The feeling of wanting to keep your own energy safe is legit. Yeah, it's survival. It's absolutely survival. Think about it. Lifetimes you had to run away from a lion. Today, you have to run away from negativity on social media. Like, it's the same stress reaction. It's that gut, fight, flight, freeze reaction, right? It's good long-term friends who I no longer share a worldview with, like, at all. I don't get them. They don't get me anymore. So here's the thing. Everything is cyclical. There's a beginning and an end to everything. Some friendships, some relationships are forever, right? Some are for a season, some are for a reason, some are for a lifetime. And there are times, like I literally just did a live on this in my Embody group. It sucks. It doesn't get easier, these conversations to let people go. Clients, friendships, all of these things. And there's times where we're on two different life planes where it's like, I'm doing life over here and they're doing life over here. And that can be fine. But if it's draining your energy and it's causing an energy leak for you and you're feeling this so deeply, and you're isolating yourself, you are created for community and connection. We're females. We're created for collaboration and, being in community. That's how we're wired. So just be mindful of, is it time to let these friendships go? Or do you want to ride it out and focus on your inner strength, right? There can be both. Isn't strong AF to keep people out. It's sovereign and knowing what a space is not for you anymore. Beautifully said. Absolutely. Absolutely, absolutely. Beautifully said. So why is this the missing link? Why is feminine embodiment like this new buzzword of everyone talking about it, and everyone talking about the magic and the potency of it and the power of it? And here's why. Because in our feminine embodiment, we are aware of, in tune with, tapped into, in creation of our sexual life force energy. Creation energy, literally running through our veins. Orgasmic energy, creation energy. When we're in our feminine, we are so in ownership of that. We know that. We're aware of that. We're like here for it. We're in our power about it, right? And so I want you to, kind of like I said, imagine this energy bubble around you, 4 feet out, 4 feet up, 4 feet down. It's around us. And picture it, when you're creating this sexual energy, when you have this life force energy rushing through you, when you're lit up and you're filled up and you're full and you're alive and you're whole and you're turned on, your energy bubble is like a fortress that cannot be reckoned with, right? And then there's times where, we have energy leaks and we have people that are taking advantage of us and we have codependency things happening and we're in these disempowered pieces and our energy bubble starts to get little pinpricks in it where it might not be massive. It might even just be I compromised my value and I gave someone a discount when that was just because I was desperate for the sale versus from a place of empowerment because I genuinely want to do this. All 4 opportunities and exclusive things. But it's like a pinprick because it's like, but I did it from a place of desperation. So then it's these pinpricks and it's like the energy bubble starts to deflate, right? I picture it as take a scoop of pre-workout in your mouth, pre-workout powder, and it goes, and it goes, and you kind of cough. and it's just this little like puff of powder that disintegrates to the ground, that's your energy bubble with all these energy leaks. What are you attracting and creating from that space? How's your relationship? How's your sex life? How's your business? How's your career? How's your bank account? When we're in energy versus when we're in strong, lit up, alive, filled to the brim, overflowing, powerful, sovereign. I'm here to motherfucking play. How's your sex life? How's your relationship? How's your business? How's your career? How's your bank account? Probably pretty good, right? Like it's attracting or it's repelling all of the time. So everything, notice everything on the outside. This is why it's so potent and powerful, because everything on the external, which I've seen a lot this week because I'm teaching this work, so I go through it in my own life every fucking time. But everything that happens on the external is a reflection of what's going on in the internal. The feeling and the emotion, the disempowered, the empowered, we are literally creating it, right? So notice where you're feeling called to heal. It's a healing opportunity. Anytime something is happening on the external or something comes up within me where I'm like, oh my God, I feel like I'm crazy. I feel like I'm losing my mind. What's going on, right? Or Leah, like I'm feeling these feelings of like, I want to be isolated. I want boundaries. I don't know. Like I'm feeling all this stuff coming up. This is literally source, creator, God, universe, angels, pick your poison, pick your jam. But literally, it's a healing opportunity. It's saying, okay, Leah, here you go. What are you going to do with it? If this is happening for you, what are you going to do with it? It's a healing opportunity coming up. When my freaking car broke down this week, and I'm like, what the hell? I just paid my car off. I was so excited. And like now it's all these things are breaking with it. And I was like, oh my God. And I let myself be human, having a human experience, and threw a fit. I was super upset. And then I went into, all right, God, what do you got in store for me here? What's going on? What am I meant to learn here? What lesson am I meant to learn? What's coming up for healing? And for me, it was a sense of my safety. My safety was on the external. And I was being asked to find my safety and my source of power on the internal. So literally when my spirit guides are throwing all these things at me and I'm not seeing it, I'm like, la, 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 frolicking. And I'm just like, life is great. Life is amazing. And then it starts like taking things out where I'm like, oh my God, what am I doing? And I'm feeling completely rocked. It's making me go in and have the healing opportunity that my soul is asking for. How powerful is that, right? Leah, yes, I'm looking for my new community. I love that. I love, love, love that. Kid you not, activate Mastermind. It'll rock your world if you feel called to it. Angela, right now I'm in a position and ready to put my time and energy into my business. This is my only form of income coming in, so I feel a pressure. There's so many things I want to do, but the fear of my bank account, that it's not possible for the first time in my life, is disempowering me. I want to believe if I put it out there, it'll come back tenfold, but then the fear comes in. 100%. Oh my God, I could go into a million things here. I totally get it. First of all, I feel you. And I get it. And I know that every single woman here can probably relate at one point in her life or another. But where are you being asked to find the safety and stability and power within yourself, knowing that that's where you're creating from? It's not, well, once my bank account is here and I can do all of these things and I can do all of this, then I'll be okay. It's going in and like, I am the source of my power. I'm safe. I am held. I am here. Like every single time I pay a bill, I'm like, oh my God, yay, right? Like whatever it has to be for you, remember how powerful you are. Absolutely. And that's, I mean, we could go into that so much more. So Angela, if you want to post that in Embody, because I know you're in that program right now. If you want to post that over there, we can totally dive deeper into that over in the group program. Katie, Leah, I totally felt that and working with that, not past it because I still feel it often. Totally. It becomes easier. Don't let that fear or discomfort keep you from filling up as you, because you'll attract the people who resonate with you. Abso-freaking-lutely. I love that. Beautifully said. I just don't want to hurt anybody's feelings, so instead I'm hurting mine. 100%. Right? Isn't that true? It's like, well, if you're giving a fuck about everybody else, who's giving a fuck about you? And it's disempowering. Sometimes, like I truly believe what's for the highest good of me is for the highest good of all. And when I said goodbye to those friends, it broke my heart into a million pieces all over the floor. But truly, they're both thriving now. And I realized that actually us staying in relationship was disempowering us both. I was feeling drained. they were feeling, you know, like one of them was always had played the victim. So it was very much like this feeling of, I was feeding that because I was trying to rescue her and save her. So I was further disempowering her. But when I cut out and I send her so much love, I still think of her and I send her all this love and radiance and magic through the air. Like I literally do. But what happened was when I left and she didn't have that like thing to feed off of anymore because I wasn't feeding into it, she's thriving. And I'm not saying that that's me. I'm saying that that's all her. She's the powerful one in that. I'm powerful. I've created so much since our friendship left, like since we broke up, and we're both thriving now, right? The soul family you attract is the most beautiful thing, and I was so afraid of letting myself be available for that shift. Once I finally shifted out of fear and into trust that they would show up, and they did, I wondered what took me so long. I love that so much. Yes. Oh, I love this. So good. Same thing happened to me. My circle is very small now, Angela said, especially after moving, but it's for our higher good and will make sense as we meet new and better people. Right. You have to create space in order to have new things and new opportunities and new people. We can't be friends with everyone all over the world. There's only so much of us, right? So it's like, it's realizing that things fall away. Things are cyclical. It's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. There's a night and then there's a day. There's a beginning, then there's an end. Right? And not all relationships end. I mean, they end when we die and then we go into back to our soul and then, you know, usually we reincarnate again together and that whole thing. But like, be aware of that. Like, it's okay. Why have we made it mean something bad? And I would watch, I have a freebie on my website called Letting Go to Level Up. And that could be really powerful for you too, Leah, to see this from like a very conscious uncoupling state. To have the tough conversations and honor me in the most compassionate way for everyone else involved. Mm-hmm. Absolutely. It's going to suck in the moment. And it's okay to say that. Like, this fucking sucks. I'm pissed. I don't like this. Like, be human, have the human experience. But at the same time, realize like what freedom lies on the other side. Who do you want to be on the other side of this? How do you want to look back and tell the story? What is this going to open up for you? What if? There's so much potential here, so much opportunity here. It's shifting into that. Emily, I'm doing so much energy work on myself during the session. This is so good. I love that so much, and I'm so intrigued. I wish I could be a fly on your wall. I love that. Angela, this is where I'm at now. I need to dive back into my soul. I love you. And we still have a week of Embody too, so we can dive into this over there too. Hi, Fallon. Jessica, thank you for all the love. Sabrina, welcome, welcome. Okay, so where are you feeling called to heal, right? These are just some journaling questions. What depths are you feeling called to explore? Where are you feeling called to surrender? What are you feeling called to feel? For me, I'm feeling for the first time ever in this year, like in the last like year and a half, 2 years since I hired my first life coach 2 years ago now. I didn't feel for the other 25 years of my life. So I'm feeling all the feelings. So I have to ask myself every day, like when I cry watching America's Got Talent and I'm just boohooing like a baby, I'm letting it happen. I'm honoring my process, right? Where are you feeling disconnected from yourself? Where is what I'm talking about tonight hitting home for you? Start to like Leah's having this realization, Angela's having this realization. Start to be aware of what this is coming up for you. So think about it. When we talk about feminine embodiment and why it's potent and why it's power, I just said why. Well, here's some examples, okay? Some examples of not being in your feminine embodiment, not making the money that you want. Things feel hard. Things feel really hard and it's not fair. How many of us have done that? I get it. Not judging. I'm literally like, I've been there. Attracting clients who are reflecting something in you, right? Like my need to rescue or my need to be needed. I attracted clients like that so that I could heal my shadows versus those soul-aligned dream clients who you're just like, also feel like super empowered by. They're super empowered, you're super empowered, and you're soaring together. Are you attracting clients, people, friendships, others in your life who are mirroring shadows to you because you're being asked to heal it? Relationships are a spiritual assignment. Relationships are going to mirror where we need to heal. So notice, like, am I not in my feminine embodiment? Am I attracting things from my shadows or from the empowered traits of the feminine? In relationships with other women that feel catty, maybe you can't trust them. You feel like you could be abandoned. You gossip a lot. They make you feel bad. You feel drained by them. They're not bad people. We're just on two different life paths. We're just in two different places, right? In the bedroom, are you all in your head, not able to orgasm without your vibrator? I hear this all the time, and you feel totally disconnected from your partner. Feminine embodiment is out of alignment. What's got to shift? What is asking to be healed here? You're eating all the kale, you're doing all the yoga, but you're still not where you want to be. Your body still isn't where you want it. You followed every fucking plan and nothing is working. Feminine embodiment. You have a deep desire to build your business or to hit a new goal and to elevate, but you're stuck creatively and you feel distracted by everything around you and everyone else and what everyone else is doing. You're doing all the market research, but you're not trusting your soul of what's coming through, and so it's making you feel stuck. You feel disconnected from everything and everyone, feeling exhausted all of the time, and you don't know why. Another example, not knowing what step to take next and feeling paralyzed in doubt and fear and anxiety and the unknown. You're like, I want to move, but like I don't know what move to take, and I don't know what to do, and I don't know what to say, and I don't know where to go next, and I don't know what's happening and why, right? We've all been there. There's no judgment of any of this. It's just moments for healing. It's like, what's coming up here, right? It's bringing awareness to it. So it's time to reconnect with your body, reconnect with your pleasure, reconnect with your desires, reconnect with your power through feminine embodiment. It's time to reawaken your sensuality and embody your feminine essence so that you light up from within, knowing it's an internal versus an external. Knowing that it literally all comes from you. Boom. All right, so now we're going to get into the how. Katie, cannot wait to catch the end of this later. So glad I caught this. You're all incredible magic women. Love you so much. Thank you for being here. Yay. Mariah, welcome. Jessica, this is amazing. Olivia, driving home listening. Can't wait to watch later on the replay. Yay, I'm so happy. Angela, are you sure you're reading your notes and not my mind? I love this so much. Well, because your soul is here. Like, as I was getting the downloads for this, now I'm like getting notes together just to make sure I stay on track, or we would literally be here all night long if I don't have some kind of flow. It's being channeled exactly for whoever needs it. So I'm glad that this is hitting home. Leah, this just came up for me. Stop learning, stop consuming, stop planning, start creating. Can we get an amen? All the praise hands emojis. That is so freaking powerful. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Information junkie over here. Absolutely. I feel you. And there are definitely seasons where I like literally have to tune everything else out and go within. And the cool thing is, like, that's literally activate. That's what masterminds are. Mastermind and one-on-one coaching are going within, versus like group programs and books and podcasts and lives are information and learning. And then masterminds and one-on-one work is like, okay, let's freaking embody this and integrate it and dig into the deep shit within versus on the out. Alexa says, praise hands. Yes. All the hands. Okay. So how to begin this embodiment work. Okay. I'm going to give you a couple tangibles to take with you tonight, besides like all the journaling and all the why and all the pieces that we've already talked about. But number one, sensuality. Reconnect with your sensuality. Have a heightened awareness of your senses. How are you seeing things? How are you hearing things? How are you tasting things? Like that presence and that slowing down and that awareness of our senses. Get into your body. Feel your body. Touch your skin. Move and like flow and glide through life. Frolic with the birds. Touch the flowers and feel them. See the sensuality in everything. Go outside into nature and see the eroticism in nature. Like, I can't tell you how many plants look like a pussy. Kid you not. It's crazy when you start to like be open to it and you're like, oh my God, what's happening? Like, it's everywhere. And nature is so erotic. It's so beautiful. Feel your body, move your body, feel the release, like move the stagnant energy through. It's frozen energy, right? Generational, past lifetimes. It's frozen energy in our bodies. These pieces, move it through. The release, feel the connection to your body, feel the oneness and the wholeness with your body. Feel the power literally coming from within you. It's beautiful timing that you said this, Leah, because literally I wrote here, it's one thing to read all the books, listen to all the podcasts, and watch all the live streams, but how are you embodying? How are you integrating? How are you creating? How are you moving forward in this work, in your life? It's that felt, touch, somatic experience is what changes us on a cellular level. It's not me preaching to you every day. It's not. It's in what you're changing within yourself, not from the doing, but from the being, the essence of who you are. That is where the true healing lies. So that is number one. Number two, I want you to start practicing feeling into things versus thinking about things. Begin to feel into questions and decisions and opportunities, the big and the small. Any opportunity or any decision, start to feel into it. Like, take a deep breath, be in your body, maybe put your hands on your womb, or you can place your hand like right over your pussy. Super powerful. And just ask, like, breathe into it. Like, what is it that I meant to do here? Is this a yes? Is this a no? Right? Am I meant to do this? Am I not? And come from that space versus thinking, pros, cons. Okay, what are like the logistics of it? What are all the facts? What does my spreadsheet look like about it? What's my 20-year plan about it? That shit can be powerful. And that's another live stream for another time. But right now we're talking about the feminine embodiment of it, the feeling, that inner knowing, that inner wisdom, and starting to trust that again. Instead of resent it or avoid it or judge it, we're just letting it happen. Start to make those decisions from that space and start to see how your life shifts. It's going to surprise you. You're not going to understand it. Logically, it's not going to make sense. There's plenty of decisions I've made in my life where I'm like, that doesn't make sense. But it's a feeling, and so I do it. Observe your emotions and your feelings from a place of compassion and grace and love, and not judgment. Don't judge the feelings like, oh, I shouldn't be feeling this, or, oh, this doesn't feel good. Ugh. And like, why am I feeling like this? I thought I've worked through this. Come from a place of compassion and love and grace for it. Treat it like the small child that comes to you with it, or your best friend that comes to you with it, or your partner that comes to you with it. Give yourself that same treatment because you deserve it. You absolutely do. What is your soul guiding you to? What is your body telling you about it? Your body doesn't lie. Okay? So we can say one thing, but our body is not going to lie. Has that ever happened to you where you're like, yes, I'll do that, and your whole body's like, oh, God, why are we doing this? Or even like old fears that you have to work through, and you get into that same like experience in your body, and like your body freaks out. But you know that you're safe in your mind, but your body tenses up. Your body is telling you there's a healing opportunity here. Your body is giving you signs all of the time, right? Begin to live and operate from your power versus your fear. Literally, when I make decisions, I'm like, am I making this decision from a place of power or from a space of fear? Changes everything, right? Know that you are a part of the healing for the collective for all women. Don't judge the feelings that are happening because it's realizing like, oh, this is frozen energy. This is generational work. This is shadows that I've been carrying for lifetimes. What is it needing here? What needs to shift here? And seeing it from eyes of love. And then the final piece, join me for the Activate Mastermind. I'm going to say it one last time. Here's the thing. You have all of the answers within you that you need. You have every single answer. The Activate Mastermind isn't about learning something that you don't already know, although there will be pieces of that woven through based on what other women bring to be coached on and support on. But I'm just here to hold space for you and reflect to you and guide you and love you and challenge you and support you and to remind you of the magic and the divinity that you already are. Here to remind you that you are sacred and you are whole and you are complete. You are love embodied in every single way. Love and light. And all of the pieces belong here. And all of the pieces of you are welcome here. That's what I'm here for. I'm here to question and to reflect and to challenge and to love so massively. So also on that, you get plugged into my energy source when you work with me. We're manifesting together. We're moving shit together. It's rapid transformation. It's not overnight. It's a 12-week mastermind. But literally you plug into me and the container that we're holding for this, the sacred vessel of which the women are working in the Activate Mastermind, we're all moving through it together. And it's very, very small and intimate. There's only 7 people total. So it's not like it's this massive thing where you kind of get lost in the background. Everyone's going to get one-on-one attention on every single call. And we're going to move through this shit together. We have sisterhood, collaboration, community, desires woven into our DNA as women. And that's why sisterhood work is so important and so powerful, because not only do you get the one-on-one where you get challenged and you get held while you're diving into this deep, deep, deep work, but you're also giving others permission in the group, and you're also igniting their transformation, and you're learning from them, and you're feeling them, and we're all rising together. You're held and you're seen and you're supported and you are loved. So it's a potent container. It's going to hold you accountable to this work. It's going to be dark and deep, but light and love. There's so much to dive into here. The light goddess, the love and light, rainbows, unicorns, butterflies, beautiful. But that dark goddess, she teaches us, man. She helps us dive into the depths of our soul, the things that are holding us back, and it's melting away those icebergs. So there's community and there's sisterhood. We're healing our wounds as a collective, radical permission to feel fully and feel held through all of it. So yeah, you'll be forced to face some deep shit. I mean, you can't go anywhere that you don't want to go because I can't force you, but you're going to be challenged for sure. So this definitely is for the courageous woman who is like, there's just something about this feminine embodiment work that I'm drawn to. I'm ready. I'm ready for all of it. I'm so here for it, and I'm afraid, and I'm nervous, and I'm kind of freaked out about it, but damn, something in my soul is calling me. Logically, it doesn't make sense, but something in my body is telling me that this is for me. My soul is like calling me to it, right? So don't sabotage and go into fear. Act on it. Say it in the comments if you just want to start messaging about it, right? Say it in the comments if this is calling to you, or everyone is saying like, this is what I need right now. Let's dive into this. This is your opportunity, right? So message me. We can talk about if it's for you. 6 spots remain. Now, here is the piece of it that is just for this masterclass that I will not be offering anywhere else. I have some fun things for you to go with it, okay? So if you feel called to the Activate Mastermind, I want to offer you for the final 6 spots that remain, okay? Well, I want to offer you. I will honor early bird pricing for you. So the price technically goes up tomorrow morning, but I will honor the early bird price, okay? And I will also offer you a bonus of a 45-minute one-on-one call. So not only do you get the mastermind, but you will get that at the lower price, and you will also get the 45-minute one-on-one session to use within the 12 weeks. And I would love to offer that to you as a bonus. Normally, my one-on-one calls are $222, so it's a fun bonus. That's what it's valued at. And we can deep dive into your stuff as well, beginning of the mastermind, end of the mastermind, whenever throughout. But I want to offer this to you because I truly, truly, truly love and honor and respect and cherish each and every single one of you for diving into this work. I know that it's not easy. I knew stepping into feminine embodiment and sexuality work was going to challenge people, and it was going to be for the courageous woman. It was going to be for a next level woman, and that's who you are. And that's who I believe you to be. You have everything within you, and it's my honor to guide you. And I just want to say thank you for being here tonight. That's why I wanted to do something fun for you guys, because I was like, they've been on for an hour and a half now, hearing me ramble on about this stuff. And it truly is such a gift. It absolutely is. And I'm not going to get emotional, but oh my God, you guys, I cry all the time. Now I'm so here for it. But this was the tip of the iceberg, right? We're going to go into this mastermind, and it's a small group. It's profound and massive transformation, and it's personalized. We get to dive into each of your pieces, and you get to leave feeling rejuvenated and renewed and reignited and reawakened, rewilded. Is rewilded a word? Rewild, like getting back to your intrinsic nature, right? But you get to go into this. This is who you are leaving this. And that can manifest in any way in your life. But think about it. If everything on the external is a mirror of what's on the internal, what happens when you embody the feminine? And what are you creating from that space versus what you've been creating and what's not working for you? So those are the bonuses. join me. I want to invite you, if you guys want the full picture of this, into the Activate Mastermind. It is the big piece of my heart. Let me know if you want the information. I can send you the website. I can send you a message after this. You can read more about it. And I get it. You want the details. I'm totally here to send them to you. That's why I create a sales page, so you can have the visual, but feel into it. It's your first challenge in your feminine embodiment work. And you might get a full body no to this. Trust that. That's okay. This isn't for everyone, right? But if it is a yes, or it's a, oh, it scares me, but I feel like I'm called to this, act on that. Let's dive into it. Let's figure out how to make this work for you. Welcome, everyone just joining. Hello. Michelle, taking me to church about this topic right now. Hey, love that. Love that so much. Angela, this is calling to me. I really wish I could make it work. Let's talk about it. Let's see what we can do. Angela, you're going to make me emotional. I'm going to be emotional. Let it out. Allow the feelings. Leah, me too. Love it. Yeah, so good. Emily, you are a gift. Thank you so much. So much love for you guys. Does anyone have any questions as we wrap up here? I can't believe I got through in an hour and 24 minutes. I thought this was going to be at least 18 years long. That's true. I kind of raced through some of it so I could honor your guys' time. Thank you for all of this night, Leah says. You're so welcome. Oh my gosh. Anyone? I feel like the lag time is awkward, but I'm just going to stay on for just a second to see if anyone else has anything. No? Okay. Go be embodied. Go do the work. Go be the being, right? Go integrate and embody this and move through it. And it's all available to you. You are divinity in form. You are limitless. The potentiality available to you is unmatched. Like, this is just the tip of the iceberg. I'm so excited for you guys. Such an honor to be here with you tonight. Thank you for being here. Angela said this was perfect and beautiful. I loved it. Even things I reheard from Embody, I needed it. I love that. Angela, I just spent this whole time in the gym. That was a huge step for me. I'm so proud of you. That's amazing. Celebrate. Celebrate all the wins, right? Woo! Expansion, elevation. You're incredible, Angela. I just adore you. I'm excited to see you back in the group. Michelle says, I manifested you today for sure. I love you. Thank you. I'm so happy. Fawn, hello. And I will see you guys in the group. So I love you. Have the most amazing night. Thank you for being here. Let me know if you want the details to the mastermind, and I will see you guys soon. Bye.